Emmanuel Macron faces an uncertain future as a growing rebellion against his leadership spreads across France. The French president is fighting on multiple fronts to prove he is fit to lead the country for a second five-year term ahead of the 2022 national election. Terror attacks, a global pandemic and the bitter wrangling over future access to Britain's fishing grounds have all blighted his presidency in recent weeks. According to the Europe Elects website, Mr. Macron's La République En Marche party is slipping in the opinion polls. The president's liberal movement suffered a 5% slump in support this summer, as shown by two separate surveys in July and September. Marine Le Pen, leader of the Eurosceptic Rassemblement National, has managed to clinch a lead in the polls even after seeing support for her own right-wing party also slip. And the misery looks set to continue for Mr. Macron after plunging France into its second national lockdown to combat the spread of coronavirus. Economists have predicted a fresh slump in economic activity as businesses are forced to close their doors. Gilles Moyetz, chief economist at AXA, claimed if the lockdown runs into mid-December with a slight relaxation in the run-up to Christmas it would lead to a 7.4% quarterly slump in gross domestic product. And Bruno Le Maire, the French finance minister, said he expected economic activity to drop by 15% due to the restrictive measures. France witnessed a record 52,518 new coronavirus cases on Monday and hospitalizations rose by more than 1,000 for the fourth time in 8 days. Anger at the new lockdown rules have sparked anger across the country, which just this morning sparked angry clashes between students and riot police in Paris. French security forces last week were seen chasing down anti-lockdown protesters in the capital in a bid to disperse an illegal march held to protest the measures. Hundreds gathered in the southern city of Marseille to express their displeasure at the new measures. And more bizarrely, bookstore owners were also forced to demand to be allowed to reopen after Mr. Macron's government insisted they shut their doors. The president has also had to stand in defiance against Islamist terrorism after 3 deadly attacks in the past 6 weeks. His uncompromising stance have provoked angry demonstrations against France in Muslim countries and threats to boycott French products. Mr. Macron has been warned not to push his anti-extremism rhetoric as far to upset France's 6 million Muslims, many of whom he will be hoping to convince to vote for him in 2022.